Do you know what mistakes to avoid when you're negotiating a location agreement? Stay to the end of the video and I'll give you these tips and tricks. All right, so just recently had to do some negotiation with a location agreement. It was a battle, back and forth, back and forth. I learned all kinds of things, or remembered all kinds of things when negotiating location agreements. Most of the time, it's just pretty much plug and play, very easy, got a system, it always works. However, on this situation, it went sideways, and I learned a bunch of valuable lessons from here, which I'm going to share with you in this video. This location was a real close location to our office. 20 minutes away, gonna be a monster, a banger, was gonna be a big location, and I knew it, okay? I got a referral from a friend of mine, go talk to this owner. So my friend said, hey, this is pretty much what's gonna be on the table. We do some other locations like this. This is the transactional volume, this is the money volume. I knew what was to be expected. So here is some of the things that I learned that I'm gonna share with you through this video. Point number one, never start negotiating before you present the location agreement, the contract. Mistake number one I made. I started negotiating before we presented the agreement. Now, I was negotiating because there was other people looking to get into this location. So I was trying to put my best foot forward. Big mistake number one, never negotiate before you present with the location agreement. Point number two, length and surcharge amount. All right, on this deal, the customer said, hey, this is the surcharge amount that I want, and this is the length of contract that I'm going to sign. And I had to take that. That was baloney. That was a bad deal. Should have walked away right off the bat. But I wanted the deal, so I listened to this. Okay, fine. Then we went back and forth. This is what I'll do. This is what they do. We went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But bad deal right away. Don't let the customer dictate that. Either they're going to get the length of time that they want in the contract, or they're going to get the surcharge amount that they get. They don't get both. That's baloney. And you know what? Walk away from any deal that presents itself like that. You do not do that deal. They can either get one or the other. They can't have both. This is a rule of mine that I've been living with for 24 years. On this deal, because I wanted it, I put up with the baloney, but that was wrong, and therefore I should have walked away. It's a red flag. Red flag on a deal. If they're negotiating both, walk away. It's a red flag. It's not a good deal for you. So if you're thinking about starting your own profitable ATM business but didn't know where to start, stay to the end of the video and I will show you our checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist. The 5 things you need to know to start your profitable ATM business so you can have a clear roadmap towards ATM business success. You can earn between $250 and $1,500 of passive income every single month. All right, let's get back to the video. Point number 3. Now, we have teeth in our agreement. If you violate our agreement, if you decide to kick us out, if you do that, then there is a penalty clause. Hey, you terminated the contract. You breached the agreement. Well, this customer, they want us to take those teeth out of the agreement. If you take the teeth out of the agreement, there is no agreement. It doesn't make sense. Another red flag. Why would I stay in this situation? So, truth be told, we went back and forth. I conceded on every deal and everything that this person wanted, except for I would not concede on this deal. Therefore, guess what? I didn't get the agreement because I wouldn't concede. If I conceded that, there's no reason for them to keep me in the agreement, keep me in the location. I have no viable way for them to breach the agreement. It's a bad deal. Another red flag. So I stood firm on that point. They decided to go somewhere else. And that's fine because I had nothing in case I put my ATMs in the location, they tell me to get out, and that's it. So all you have in that agreement is a cash flow agreement. You're making money as long as they want you in the location. The minute they tell you to get out, you're out on your ear. The minute somebody else comes and says you're gonna do more, give them more, you're out. This is a bad deal. You always walk away. It's a red flag. Make sure you have teeth in your agreement, and if you don't, if they want to take the teeth out, and walk away because you're as good as already out the door. You just don't know it yet. Point number 4, if they want X, then you get Y. Here's an example with this. This person says, hey, I want a 1-year agreement. No problem. We do 5 or 8, and they only wanted a 1-year agreement. No problem. Here's the deal. You don't get the surcharge you want. Oh, you want the surcharge and the deal? Nope, sorry, I'm out. If they want X, you want Y. This is why you don't negotiate before you present the location agreement. If you present the location agreement and then they want X, oh, take this out, I want this out, I want this, then you know what? You either jack up we'll take it out, but I want a longer period of contract. Oh, we'll take it out, but I want a bigger surcharge. And if they tell you no, then get out of the deal. They give you all the ammunition to walk away. This becomes a bad deal. Check number 1, bad deal. The reason is because they're asking for something, but they're not giving you something. You have these things in your agreement specifically to protect your company. Once somebody wants to take them out of your agreement, then you have to get something for them to take it out. Maybe it's bigger surcharge. Maybe it's a longer term. Maybe it's better position. Maybe it's more stores. Whatever it is, if you're taking it out of your agreement, then you're putting yourself in harm's way. Then you have to get something for that. We call that consideration. They want X, you get Y. That is what you need. If they want you to take it out, then why would I take it out? What are you giving me? You're not giving me it. So make sure it stays in there. And if you have to take it out, make sure you get something. If you want X, I want Y. And point number 5, and this is the most valuable lesson you can learn. Here, you have all these checks. Hey, they wanted to negotiate the surcharge and the length of time. They wanted me to take out these specific items in there. They didn't want it a breach of the contract or breakup clause, whatever you want to call it. These are all red flags. Boom, there's another one. Boom, there's another one. There's another one. These are all red flags to walk away from this deal. This is a bad deal from the get-go. Now, a customer came and said, hey, I'm gonna be a monster account. I want all this stuff. Yeah, that's great, but it don't matter if you've got a monster agreement or not. I still have to put money in your ATM. I still have to service your ATM. We still have to do the necessary things. And don't forget, bigger volume, more money, more bank fees that we have to pay. There is a cost of doing business, and it's not always rosier on just because it's your bigger location. So a lot of times people ask me all the time, hey Phil, what about this chain location or this hotel chain? I stay away from a lot of these deals because they're bad deals for me. I like a deal that I'm gonna be in there for a long period of time. I got a location agreement that makes me feel secure, and we can do a lot of nice things. Make sure the equipment is up to date. On this situation, I'm gonna put the equipment in, and I was gonna be challenged because their margins were so thin. And when margins are thin, doesn't make any sense. Plus, we didn't have any guarantee that we're gonna stay there. So you're gonna put all this time and effort, you're gonna put this location ahead of everybody else, and then at the end of the day, they could leave. Plus, if they sold, they can get rid of you. So you do all this great stuff, and then they sell the location, then you're out. Not most places when they sell, they would sell the assets of the business. This would keep the corporation, which means you would stay in position, but once the new people take over, you're out because you don't have any breakup clause in those location agreements or any teeth. All right, so if you're thinking about starting your own ATM business, I want to invite you to our free checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist. The 5 things you need to know to start your profitable ATM business so you can start earning passive income, make more money for your family, and spend more time with them also. If that sounds like something that's interesting to you, click the link down below and start your ATM journey today. Again, this is Phil from the ATM Mastermind group page, where we buy your freedom with one transaction at a time. Thank you guys for making us #1 on YouTube, and I'll see you over at the next ATM Mastermind video.